quite annoying to look at a pile of batteries and not knowing which one of these is full or depleted. If only there was a quick way to check it before you put yet another dead battery inside your camera. This has always been a problem with mirrorless camera batteries, but it's a problem we've kind of been conditioned to live with because what can you possibly do about it? Fortunately, a very familiar name in the world of filmmaking has chosen to do something about it with their PowerCell series of products. It also solves another frustrating camera problem because, not sure if you noticed, but most new cameras today no longer ship with an external battery charger. So unless you go ahead and buy one of these, your only charger for your new camera battery is the camera itself. SWIT's PowerCell batteries will work with chargers, but you're not really gonna need one because they all have a USB-C port somewhere on them that you can charge the batteries from. This way you don't lose your ability to use your camera because it just got downgraded to a very expensive battery charger. These PowerCells are quite a fresh release, and at launch they are being made available to work with 4 popular battery models: the FZ100 for Sony, LP-E6P for Canon, W235 for Fuji, and the EL15C for Nikon. SWIT is also being incredibly upfront about the cells they're using inside of these batteries. They are straight up telling you the exact make and model of the cells you're buying. All 4 variants have got Panasonic's NCR1850 cells in them, and according to SWIT, these are the exact same cells you would find in some of the camera manufacturers' own batteries. So SWIT's very transparent about the fact that they are sourcing these cells from Panasonic. But it's also not that SWIT themselves haven't got a great track record. They've been in the business of supplying filmmaking equipment for the past 30 years. You've probably seen their V-mount batteries before, but that field monitor in my background, which I've been using for the past few months now, that's the K15, also a SWIT product, very good monitor. But they've also got a range of video transmission systems, lighting equipment, as well as support equipment. And I'm bringing all of this up because within the range of products SWIT makes, these PowerCell batteries actually sit quite far towards the consumer end of SWIT's product range. And I do think that's a good thing, that this is a consumer product coming from a manufacturer who's used to catering for the high-end professional market. Because what you end up with is this everyday accessory, but with the efficiency enhancements fit for a Hollywood film set where every second is budget being spent, so speed is absolutely essential. Back when I worked in film production as a camera assistant, we had a labeling system, so we could always tell a fresh battery from a spent one. But that was with a crew of 3 assistants per camera. If you're shooting mirrorless, then very likely you are managing your batteries solo. So the 4 LED indicators on these PowerCells remove the need completely for any markings, and it actually gives you a good idea of how much charge is left. Now, it absolutely looks like a button you press to light up the indicators, but this is actually capacitive. You just rest a finger on it and you have your readout. Having used these PowerCells for the past month or so, I can say the moment you buy into one of these, it's gonna start ruining things for you. Because the difference in workflow efficiency is actually staggering compared to my more expensive original batteries. The only way to check the charge on an original battery is to put it inside a camera and maybe take out the battery that's already in the camera first, then turn the camera on, wait a few seconds for it to boot, and then you can see your charge level. That feels like an eternity compared to resting a finger on a capacitive button. It's also a fairly well-known fact that some Sony cameras might flash a warning at every boot and not display your battery percentage with some other third-party batteries. But when I was using the SWIT PowerCells, the camera behaved just like it was receiving original batteries. No warning, and the percentage displays just fine. I've personally tested this with a number of Sony cameras, 7S III, 7 Mark IV, all on the latest firmware, and I've also tested this on the recently released Canon C50, also with no compatibility issues. When charging the PowerCells through their Type-C ports, these are designed to trickle charge at 5 volts, 1.2 amps. This way they never really get hot even while charging, and I was actually very surprised that after a continuous hour or so of charging, my hands were still warmer than the power cells. And that's very reassuring because one of the top benefits of being able to do this is how we can leave them charging inside your bag when you're traveling between locations, for example, using power from a portable power bank. You're also not exactly giving up any charging speed for this convenience either, because all 4 of these battery models from their respective original manufacturers, they all take between 2 to 3 hours to fully charge anyway, and that's using their respective original chargers. But with a SWIT PowerCell, there's just no need to pack a dedicated charger for it anymore. It just needs Type-C. It's my go-to spare battery, and if it's going out for a job, there's the safety net knowing you'll be able to charge your camera batteries even if you can't set up a charging base or don't have access to a power socket. You're also not limited by your number of chargers available if you need to charge a lot of these at the same time. It's a lot easier to run a few more USB-C cables instead of buying a few more of these. So that's the PowerCell series of batteries from SWIT. I'll put links below for anyone interested, and I'll be seeing you around.